What's going on, guys? It's your boy Arjen back again for another Outerplane video. And for today, I'm going to be sharing with you everything I know about Eris, her playstyles, her best builds, her strength and weaknesses, yada yada. Just take note that these are just based on my opinions and based on my playtesting with the character. So take it with a big grain of salt. So Eris was the newest 3-star character to be added into the game, and she is a standard character. Standard character means that you can always get her as an off-banner pool, and also you can farm her shards when she gets available for shard farming. So she is not a premium character, she is just a standard character. But man, oh man, I'm really surprised that they really gave a standard character a really strong kit with Eris. Eris is really good both in PB and PvP. I've already playtested her enough. So I can confidently say that she is really good in both PB and PvP. Although I'm more leaning into the PvP because I am a PvP enjoyer. And we will talk about that one with regards to her strengths and her weaknesses. So, design-wise, Eris is pretty darn gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous. I just want to get that one out of the way. You can further enhance her looks if you purchase the Battle Pass costume. And yeah, she's just very, very thick. Very, very thick. Those damn thick ties that saves lives, big, big turn on. So what makes Eris really, really good, especially for a standard character? So let's take a look at her skill set. Let's talk about the skill tree first. Ruthless performance review. So this one, before using the skill, inflicts burn and bleeding on the target for 3 turns. Then attacks. It ignores resilience. Damage increases by 20% for every 1 debuff the target has, and if the target is a boss, ignores 30% of defense. When attacking irregular monster, gains an extra turn. So yeah, she's very, very good in irregular extermination. When it says about attacking irregular monster, they are talking about the game mode of irregular extermination here. This one, the irregular extermination project. So this is where she shines best in PvE because of the passive that she has, like gaining an extra attack by attacking an irregular monster. And also, the burn and bleed debuff on one character is pretty darn strong for a debuffer, especially if the boss are not, or the enemies are not immune to burn and bleeding. So she already a plus for that one. Very, very strong debuff. DOT debuff, damage over time debuff. And also, she has this defense penetration for PvE stops because if you're fighting a boss, she gains a 30% defense penetration. That one is already huge. Her skill 2, your Pard. Passive effect at the start of battle inflicts burn on the fastest enemy for 2 turns, ignoring resilience. When the caster dies, increases the priority of ally strikers by 40%. Active effect. Attacks on enemy, damage increases by 20% for every 1 debuff the target has. And after attacking, increases the damage of ally strikers by 20%. And your Pard damage by 20%. So she boosts the striker teammates attack and also priority. That one is really, really good in paper, but right now there's really nothing what do you call this? There's really nothing much to pair with her as a striker. Maybe if you're planning to pair her with Blada, of course Blada will be boosted because Blada is will get increased. We'll go that one to the team building. But I'm just saying the character that can really benefit well with Eris. Blada, there are very, very few of them. Blada and then a Bet. Those are the two that I can think of because those two are strikers. And those two are debuffers in their own respective way. Blada debuffs with burn. Bet debuffs with bleed. So it really depends on what type of debuff you're going to go to. If you're going for full burn team, you can pair her with Blada. If you're going the bleed route, you can pair her with Bet, something like that. And there's really nothing much meta characters in PvP. So yeah, this one is mostly made for PvE. But the good thing about her skill 2 is that her passive is meant for PvP counter. Yeah, PvP niche. I've already made a couple of videos showcasing her in arena, and that one is very very nice because of the passive effect here. At the start of battle, inflicts burn on the fastest enemy for 2 turns, ignoring resilience. So she can inflict the burn debuff at turn 1, preemptive debuff. So the fastest enemy will get burned, and then burn takes damage at the start of the turn. So when the opponent that has the burn debuff takes the turn, usually they die. Especially if you pair her with Gbet, with the preemptive bleeding debuff. That one is a really really hard counter to turn 1 teams that abuses uh, the cleave team with Demi Blada or Monad Iota as their core for starting for their starting character for turn 1 team. And yeah, that is the best teammate for in PvP is Gbet with 6-star Gbet for the very strong turn 1 debuff to mostly one shot a lot of openers. Her skill 1, know your place. Attacks an enemy has a 100% chance to decrease the cooldown of your part by 1 turn. And then this one has the burst skill. Semi-cheap because this one is not the cheapest one. 120 was the cheapest one for level 3. So this one is the second cheapest. So burn plus 2 turns, and then bleeding plus 2 turns, level 2. Then burst skill level 3, it becomes AoE and then detonates bleeding and burn. Very very nice because of not only she can inflict the debuffs, she can also detonate them. So there's really a lot of things going on for her because of how good she really is. Especially if you pair her with those other debuffers that can do the bleed or that can do the burn one. Yeah, she is very very strong in PvE. I've already playtested her. You should watch that one, and also some damage testing with the gears. And speaking of gears, let's now talk about her. What's the best build for her or gear for her? It really depends on the content that you're trying to tackle. For PvP, I say you go with the full attack build. Why full attack build? Because having a lot of attacks means that the burn damage will get stronger. Because burn damage scales with your attack. So full attack build for PvP. You can also use this one in PvE, but the best if you're looking for a higher damage for your Eris, you should be doing the hybrid build. Hybrid build means that you're going with the full attack set here, and then you're going with the penetration necklace here. Yeah, the one with the penetration main. Should be using that one. For weapon, doesn't really matter that much. It's up to your own preference. But all legendary weapons that has main attack, of course, you should be using main attack percent here because she scales with attack. The passive one, it really depends on your own preferences and your available weapons. But all legendary gears are pretty much really good for her. Yeah, those are the only builds that I can think of. Or you can opt with the speed build. Usually those are the generalist build. Speed is always good for every character in the game. So that is a common build also. But if you're lacking with really good speed gear, you might want to use that one on your other meta characters. Yeah, the full attack set, you can get some really good full attack set on the shop, in the arena gear shop. So you really don't need to farm that one. You can just exchange the one from the shop, and you have gear already ready for Eris. Very very strong. Now for team building, as I've said, you should be pairing her with teams that can also do some what do you call this, the debuffs like the burn, the bleed. For burn team, you should go with Blada or Max or Maxi. Yeah, Maxi is the one. For monopar team, especially for monopar team, if you have Bell Cranel is really really good because Bell Cranel can spam a lot of burn debuffs. But not everyone has Bell Cranel because Bell Cranel is a limited collaboration character. So not everyone has Bell Cranel, but if you do have Bell Cranel, one of the best pairing for Eris because he can do a lot of burn debuffs to the enemy. Another burn debuffers are Ember, which is a little bit tanky if you want some tanks on your team. Ember can also be a really good one. If you want to protect your team, slot in Aste for the debuff immunity, something like that. You need some. If you need some buffer. Valentine is a good one, or Holiday Dayan. And then Maxi, but I would say I would go pull a bleed. Belcranel, Eris, Ember, and Maxi. Or no, not really Ember. Belcranel, Eris, Blada, and then Maxi for a pull. Lots of burn debuff to the team, and then you can just explode the burn, and then poop, the boss will just melt. That's how strong the burn team is. For bleed, there's very few characters that can do bleed. Bet is one of them. Bet, and also Bet is a striker, so she will gain some boost from Eris' skill set because she boosts striker characters, right? So yeah, Bet is one of the one that can inflict bleed debuff. But aside from that one, there's really nothing much other strikers that can do that role. So it's kind of limited. So I'd say you should be aiming for the burn debuff besides the bleed debuff over the bleed debuff. Burn debuff has more support. There are a lot of and also you can build a mono power team for that one, so that is already a huge plus. But for bleed, you're going to be mixing some different types of element, and as I've said, there's really very few characters that can really benefit from those one. A striker, bleed debuffer. Only Bet can do that one. Maybe no. I don't think they can do the bleed. Oh, Francesca. Francesca can also do the bleed one. But yeah, as I've said, you're going to be mixing some different types of elements on your team. But if you're really aiming for the bleed debuff, then you can use those characters. But I highly suggest just focusing on the burn debuff. They are way more easy to build and also very, very strong. Especially if you have a Bell Cranel. Her strength and weaknesses is very strong damage wise and a really good debuffer. Can also detonate those debuffs. Also really good niche usage in PvP. That's all of her strengths. Her weaknesses, since she is a striker, usually strikers are very, very slow. So that is one weakness of them. For PvP, she's just going to die anyway. So her main purpose is trying to kill the starting character of the opponent, the opener. That's her main role in PvP. So her weaknesses there is just that she's just going to die. Yeah, she's not going to be taking the turn unless you make a team around her that can really protect her. But if the opponent's Cleave team is very, very strong or other team composition, she's still not yet gonna take a turn. That is the reality of something like her. Yeah. Although she is a standard character, she's very, very strong. That is already a good strength, a plus, because one, she's cheap. You can get her from the standard banner. You can farm her shards later on, and yeah, you're not going to be spending very important currency just to get her. If you're lucky, you can already 6-star her using by the free tickets that we usually get. So yeah, very, very nice standard character, very, very strong. Probably one of the strongest standard characters to be added into the game right now, because usually they're just kind of support, like mostly healers, but they added a really good attacker into the game that has some niche usage, especially in PvP, because PvP is pretty much dominated by the premium characters. Yeah, a lot of the characters you'll see in PvP are mostly premium characters. There's very few uh, standard characters there like that has some niche usage like Nella or Kuro. Other than those two, like maybe Notia for some clip shenanigans. But yeah, with the addition of Eris, she can do pretty well as a really good counter to those annoying turn one teams. Well, there you go, guys. That is my. Oh, by the way, I forgot her exclusive equipment. Of course, you're going to be getting her exclusive equipment. But should you plus 10 the exclusive equipment? The exclusive equipment plus 10 gives you the ability to have some protection from counter attacks. But as I've said in PvP, she's not going to be taking the turn. She doesn't have the luxury to do to get those turn to be really fast over your opponent. So you can save it for later. There are way better characters to be used the plus 10 enhancement because although right now I believe you can get a little bit more resources to plus 10 your exclusive equipment, but still you should be saving them for something like premium characters or meta characters that will come probably this upcoming third year anniversary. Yeah, that's going to be really nice. And I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.